Responsibility is the equation that determines how much control you truly have over your life. And that equation is simple but profound. Responsibility equals ownership multiplied by awareness multiplied by action. Behind those few words is the reason some lives grow, expand, and improve while others stay stuck year after year. Responsibility is not a burden. It's an invitation the moment you move from being a passenger in your life to becoming the pilot. Every result you experience, whether success or disappointment, can be traced back to how much you owned the situation, how clearly you saw what was really happening, and how consistently you acted to influence the outcome. Take any one of those to zero, and the entire formula collapses. You can't act on what you refuse to see. You can't see what you won't own. And you can't own what you're unwilling to act on. Ownership is the land. Awareness is the blueprint. And action is the construction leave one out, and nothing meaningful gets built. Most people are tempted to point outside themselves, to blame the economy, the boss, timing, circumstances, or other people. But the moment you pause and say, my results equal my responsibility, something shifts. Not blame agency power. You realize no one can substitute for your ownership, lend you their awareness, or act on your behalf. When you internalize that, you stop waiting for things to get easier and start moving forward with quiet confidence. Because responsibility gives you control over the next step, even if you didn't cause the problem. Awareness then becomes the light that exposes patterns, habits, and repeated choices that create the same results over and over again. You stop asking why nothing changes and start asking what you're redoing that keeps bringing you back to the same place. Awareness isn't always comfortable, but it's the gateway to choice. Because once you see clearly, you can't unsee it. And awareness without action is so. Knowing what to do without doing it is where most dreams disappear. Action, especially small, consistent action, is the bridge between intention and results. Every step you take builds trust with yourself. And every time you don't act on what you know, that trust erodes. Discipline is what holds ownership, awareness, and action together over time. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline stays. Small actions repeated daily compound into massive results, just like interest in a bank account. Responsibility also transforms relationships and work, because the person who consistently takes ownership becomes dependable, and dependability creates trust, influence, and leadership. Responsibility doesn't control others, it controls yourself. And paradoxically, the more ownership you take, the more freedom you gain. True freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want. It comes from discipline, clarity, and control over your actions. Every choice you make either increases your freedom or decreases it. When you stop blaming and start evaluating, your creative energy returns and solutions appear where frustration once lived. Life responds to those who respond first. Health improves when you take responsibility for your habits. Wealth grows when you take ownership of your skills and effort. And happiness deepens when you accept responsibility for your attitude and choices. The law is universal. Everything improves when you improve. So start simple, choose one problem, own it fully, see it clearly, and take one immediate action today. Then repeat. Responsibility isn't heavy, it's liberating. It's the bridge to freedom, results, and a life you can be proud of.